Teacher Ray here. I'm back to provide the third part of my answer to a How OGC teaching question about classroom management and lesson prep. In previous episodes, I have been talking about some areas of classroom management in relation to preparing our lessons. I said I would focus on three areas: expectations, encouragement, and personalization. Here is that original question that started it all. How best do we use classroom management as an aid when preparing our lesson plans? In this episode, I'm going to focus on the third area of classroom management to consider when preparing our lessons: personalization. This refers to personalizing our lesson objectives or making them more meaningful and relatable for our students. If you would like to learn more about personalization, check out the How Homeroom blog article, 4 Ways to Make Online Learning Relatable for Students, written by Melly, linked below this video. Now, let's talk about how to use our lesson preparation time to provide that personalization. While preparing for our lessons, we can prepare personalized questions that help our students relate to the learning objectives. Can we do this on the fly as we teach? Yeah, but it is so much better when we do not have to use that precious class time to try and think of how best to phrase a question. And having everything prepared ahead of time also means we're more likely to include those personalized questions during the lesson. I don't know about you, but I sometimes forget things during the hustle and bustle of the actual classes if I don't have it all written down in my lesson plans. Here's an example of how I would prepare personalized questions for my cohorts. Let's use the Level 3 lesson, Earth's Water. The vocabulary keywords and phrase are globe, giant, salty, and fresh water. For the vocabulary word globe, I could start by asking, who has a globe? Then I could ask those students to show us their globe. Let me see. What can be more personal than holding the very thing they are learning in their hands? Talk about making a connection to the learning. Now, if some of my students don't have a globe, I could ask them where they have seen a globe. By preparing these personalized questions during my lesson prep, I have the time to think of alternative questions like that one. You know, scaffolding is also a form of personalization. If I know that one or more of my students may struggle with understanding my question about where they have seen a globe, I could completely change the question to make it easier for them to understand, while hopefully still making it personally relevant. Like, is there a globe at your school? Changing the question is a form of scaffolding. Scaffolding is a really important part of personalization. So I want to share another example of scaffolding that can be put together during our lesson prep. Say I have a student that struggles with using complete sentences when answering questions. I could prepare sentence starters for the questions included in the Let's Talk section. Like this. See? Now, what if I have a student that often struggles with reading comprehension questions? I could create close or fill in the blank sentences to help. Like this. While this may seem like I'm making things too easy, remember, it's important for our students to feel successful in their learning. Plus, the act of reading the closed sentence looking at the lesson page to find the missing word, and then filling in that word are helping that student practice their reading comprehension skills, not to mention pronunciation. And isn't that a teacher's job? To help our students learn? That's all for now, and that completes this special 3-part episode. Now it's time for wrap up! Oh, if you missed one or both of the other episodes regarding classroom management and lesson preparation, it's not too late to watch them now. Just click on the links below this video. To summarize this episode, we can plan personalized questions and scaffolding while planning our lessons in order to also provide classroom management. When our students feel connected to their learning and are able to participate with the help of supports like scaffolding, they participate better, learn more, and the lessons go smoother. As Howell GC teachers, we all want our students to participate and learn. And we definitely prefer that our lessons go smoothly. So I want to thank this teacher one more time for submitting this question about classroom management and lesson prep. Thank you. Do you have any questions about classroom management, personalization, lesson prep, scaffolding, or any other question related to Howell GC teaching? Click on the survey link below this video to submit your question to Ask Teacher Ray. See you next time. Goodbye. Do you love?
I love each teacher. Me too. Teacher Ray.
Do you love?
Look at this.
Hey, what is that?
Cool.
Oh, that's cool. What is your favorite subject?
My favorite subject is the math and the
Math and what?
sports.
Math and sports. So PE, right?
Yes, rugby.
Okay. How about what is your favorite subject? What kind of documentary do you like?
I like documentary about the ocean.
The ocean. Ooh, awesome. How about you? What kind of documentary do you like?
Teacher, I like documentary about. I like a chapter documentary